Okay, this is going to be the PATS SOL review for 2018, some new calculator stuff. I'm going to go through the test as if I think the way you should approach the test. All right, we're going to do all the calculator questions at first, and then we're going to go to the easy ones that we can use the calculator with, maybe a pencil, and then the hard ones. Okay, so this one is a rational. Okay, we're going to skip that to start. Okay. What you're going to want to do on this one is you can do this one. It's a rational, and we're comparing graphs. So what you want to do, okay, all right, is you're going to go to graph. Okay, all right. I'm going to do fraction button. Fraction button. Whoops. Okay, then I got a fraction in the numerator, and then I'm going to go down. Hold on. Fraction in numerator, then fraction in denominator. Okay, so you should have two fractions. Okay, so I got negative 13 plus x. Okay, and then I'm going to get 42x cubed. Okay, 13 minus x. Okay, 6x exponent 9. Okay, that's what my picture looks like. Okay, and what you're going to do, all right, in the interest of time, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to end up graphing. You have an idea what that picture looks like. All right, in the interest of time, I'm going to show you which answer works. Okay. So what I'm going to do, very simply, I'm going to pick this one to start, just so I can show you. So I got negative x to the 6th, 7's underneath. Okay, I'm going to draw it, and it's the same match. So what you want to do is you want to graph all those. Okay, you want to graph all those. All right, and I'm going to pick that one. Okay, all right, this one. Okay, all right, it's a cube root. I'm going to skip this. Not a quick one. I'll come back to it. This one, same thing. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to come back to it. This one, I'm going to skip. All right, because I got to do a couple different things with that. Okay, this one I can do pretty quickly. Negative 1 would be x plus 1. Negative 2/3 would be 3x plus 2. Remember, this comes up. You got opposite signs. Okay? And then 5 would be x minus 5. Okay? That's pretty simple. I can skip that one. All right? Okay? This one also I can do very quickly with the calculator. Let me take this toolbar. Let me reset this real quick. And it's just a little too big. Hold on. All right. That's good. Now I got a little bit more manageable with the calculator. All right, what I'm going to do is go to the menu. All right. Now, the idea here is the first term is 8. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 2 times 8 plus 5. That is 21. Then I'm going to take that same result and do 2 times 21 plus 5. That's going to be 47. So that was the second term. That was the third term. So I'm done with that one. Okay. All right, going on to number 8. Okay, I can do this one. Anytime you have an equation, all right, you got a function equals a function, you can go ahead and graph that. Okay, menu and graph. All right, delete. All right, I go to option, num, abs. All right, fraction button 1. Oops, it's 11. 1/8. X, okay, minus 1/4, okay, and I got fraction button 1, 2. Draw, okay, I'm going to zoom out one time, zoom out, execute, okay, G-solve, anytime you got those, you're going to select intersect. So when you got 2 You got 2, this is important. 2, you're going to select intersect, so I got -2 for an answer. And I got 6 as an answer. Alright, so I put a dot on -2, I put a dot on 6. Okay, so if you've got like equation, alright, you do G-solve, intersect. Okay, that equation or a number. Equation or number equals equation or number, alright? If you have equation equals y, or 0, or f of x, you don't do G-solve root. Okay, if you're graphing, that's the difference. Okay, conjugates, very quickly, alright, whatever that is, that's going to change. So I'm going to keep this -16, alright? So the only thing that's going to change is that middle sign. So -16 plus 8i, boom, there's my answer right there. Alright? Okay, once again, same deal. Alright, same deal. So I'm going to go back here, we'll delete these. Alright, 3 square root 2x minus 4 plus 6, 3. G-solve intersect. Clearly there's no intersection, so that's going to be this one. Alright, moving on. 12. Okay, now what I want to do on 12 is I want to get both into y equals. Okay, now in order to do that, alright, I'm going to have to move everything away from y. So I got to move this, this, and this. And on this one, I'm going to move this and this. Okay? Alright, now, when I do that, make it easy for yourself. Make a little fraction. X squared would become -x squared. 6x would become -6x. Positive 6 would become -6. And then underneath, whatever number is in front of y, that's what goes there. So it's 3. Alright? This one, the 1 would become -1x minus 20. Alright, the number in front of y there is 1. Draw. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom out one more time. Alright, G-solve intersect. Okay, alright, now, be careful. Your answer here, they want the y's. So that is -11. So if I'm being a good test taker, that's automatically my answer. If I hit over, I'll get that as -26. So there's my answer there. Okay, moving on. 12. 12 is going to be the same thing. Okay, I only have to work with, alright, I only have to work with this first one being something I got to move. Alright, so I'm going to move the 5x, I'm going to move the -11. Okay, so -5x, positive 11, the number in front of y is -4. Okay, now this one's already with y by itself. So I'm just going to type x squared minus x minus 6. If y is by itself, don't change anything. Okay, G-solve intersect. Alright, now they want the x coordinate. So I got -1. Okay. If I hit over, I get 3.25. Okay. Alright, this one, next one, a little bit tricky. Okay. Now, what it says, alright, is you want the one where c is less than 0. Okay, go up just a little bit more. So this is the key thing. C is less than 0. So go ahead and put, okay, when you graph this, okay, when you graph this, what you got to do, all right, you're going to go log, whoops, log, all right, x, let's do -4. Now, why -4? Well, because c is less than 0, all right? Now, when I draw that, all right, my window's zoomed out pretty far, so let me hit F3 twice. Okay, so you can see where the graph is. The curve is down below there. So I can eliminate some of these, okay? Those two are eliminated. This one has to be my answer, because it's very similar to that. Okay? Do I have anything else below? Nope, just the problem. Okay? All right. Was that 12 or 13? That was 12, that was 13. Okay, we're good. All right, 14. Okay? Once again, you're comparing graphs. All right? Sometimes when you do that, what you want to do, all right, is you want to compare. All right? So what I got fraction button 8 over x plus 3. I can draw it, as you can see. It does not look like my picture. All right, if I go to this one, all right, I'm going to change that to a minus 3. Okay, this looks like my picture. Now, one thing you might want to do, go to G-solve y-intercept. You'll see that crosses at negative 2.6, which that's going to be your answer. Okay, all right, that's going to be your answer. The other one that looks close is this one. All right, the other one that ends up being close, just in the interest of time, okay, if you draw that one, it's like, oh, that looks pretty close. But when you go to G-solve y-intercept, okay, that crosses at negative 0.3, which would be there. Okay, so that's why that one's your answer. Okay. Okay, parent graph, which one belongs in the same family? What that means is similar, and you can flip it. It includes flips. Included. Okay? You can also have flips. If it looks similar, all right, so you have flips and shifts. That's the big thing, flips and shifts. Okay? So, if you graph that, it looks similar to this, it's just flipped. So that would be one of them. Okay, then I would do 3 over x. Okay, that's different, that doesn't count. All right. Okay, that counts as well. Okay, that doesn't look anything like it, so there's my answers. Okay, I think that's it for that page. Okay, so once again, I have not picked up a pen or pencil yet. All right, 15, this one's tough. All right, I have to do a bunch of stuff there. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip this one, okay, because I got to label some stuff. All right, this one's actually pretty easy. All right, when it asks for a 0, okay, if you don't see anything, sometimes zoom auto will get that done, and then zoom out, execute. Zoom out, execute. G-solve, the word that matches with 0 is root. Okay, let's see what it gives me. It gives me 2.5. Okay. Question 19. Intercepts. Once again, this is pretty easy. Easy stuff. Once again, nothing has really been done with a pencil yet. Okay, let me fix my window. F3 twice always does that. Okay, G-solve root. Okay, I got one x-intercept. Let's see if I get any others. Nope. So I got one x-intercept. So these two have been eliminated. G-solve y-intercept. It's none. Okay, so that answer has to be here. Okay, this is one we're going to skip for right now. We'll do it with a pen or pencil in a little bit. Same thing with this one. Okay, we'll come back to this. This will be our second lap through. Okay, all right, your asymptotes. Okay, what you do for your vertical is you solve that. So that's going to be x equals 3. All right, your horizontal, you divide the numbers. Whoops, you divide the numbers out front. So that's going to be a 4 for the x and 1 there. 4 divided by 1 would be y equals 4. Okay? You can see your packet on how you get those. Okay? So divide the numbers there to get this. Solve that to get that part. Okay? All right, this is going to be one we're going to draw out in a second. We'll come back to that. All right, inverse. What you want is opposite function, opposite sign, slash locations. So x cubed will be cube root. So I know those two are gone. Okay, that's minus 8 outside. So that's going to become plus 8 on the inside. So that's your answer for there. Okay, this is another one I'm going to draw out in a little bit. Okay, all right, I'm going to skip that one for right now. Okay, which one models this? Okay, you got two possibilities. All right, what I would do is I would go into menu and table, and what you want to do is pick the one that's the closest to it. Okay, so if I do negative 16.07 x minus 3 squared, okay, plus 174. All right, table. All right, I want to see if this one gives me that. Well, that's not even close. So that can't be my answer. Okay? It's not even close to that. All right, so let's try this next one. This is going to be 8.5x. All right, plus 84.5. All right, table. That's pretty good. But when you get to 2, that's a huge difference. So that one's no good. Let's go to this one. All right, negative 16.07 x squared, okay, plus 105.13 x. Whoops, I typed that wrong, hold on. All right, plus 3.6. Now when I look at the table, 192, that's pretty close. 2, 3, 4, I gotta check 5. All those are pretty right on. Okay, if you want to try, so that one's the best one so far. If you want to try this one, okay, that's not even close. So that's why this one is that's the one you would do there. Okay? All right. Same thing for this. Now, what you only want to look at is you only want to look at the x and the y. This is sort of not even relevant. Okay? The variable ones are relevant. So, all right, once again, same deal. All right, if you go 1, 2, 1, 8, 1, 2, 1, 8 parentheses, 1.01 to the x power. All right. All right, so I'm going to put in 25. What do I get for a result? That's all right, that's not even close. Okay, so that one's out. 997, 1.03 to the x power. Okay, now I'm going to type in 25. Okay, that's pretty close, 35. Okay, pretty close, about $5 off. Okay, about $6 off. Okay, that's really close. All right, so what I want to do is let's see if any of the others get any closer. Okay, let's type 25. Okay, not even close there. All right. All right, and as you can see, that's not even close. So the closest example and answer was that one. Okay. All right. This is one I'm going to have to write out. I'll just come back to this. Okay, this is one I could do in the calculator. Okay, as a reminder with these, okay, your O is your standard deviation. Okay, this is the mean. All right, when they ask how many, you take the probability times the number. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do, all right, I'm going to menu and stat, dist, norm, NCD, make sure it's set in variable, okay, all right, it's going to be above 125. So 125, then 9999 because it's above. All right. The mean is 108, and the deviation is 11. Okay, so I got 0.0611. So I'm going to take 0.0611 and times it by the number. It's going to be 59, which will be this answer. Okay? Same thing here. All right? This is another one of those ones, same concept. All right? So menu and stat. Dist, norm, NCD. Okay? Now my, this is going to be between, all right, so 37.3 and 44.5. Okay, standard deviation of 1.8 and a mean of 40. Okay, so I take that number and I multiply it by 200, 0.9269. Okay, so that's going to be 185. Okay, all right, next one. Okay, all right, store owner has three cashiers, 2 clerks. Okay, then we're going to pick a committee. Committee means combination. Combination, all right? When you have a committee. So what you're going to do is you're going to do, okay, I'm going to go to option, scroll, prob, all right? I'm going to do 3 cashiers, they want 1. This is just like whoops, 3C1 times. This is just like a Chipotle problem, 7 and 2. That's going to be 63. Okay? All right? Now, this next one is 8 members, all right, offices. Okay? Offices. All right? So when those are titles, this is going to be a permutation. Okay, so that's going to be 8P3, 336. So I've worked through the test just using my calculator. Nothing has been used so far with a pencil. Now, all right, now I'm going to go back through. All right, so I'm at this question. I'm going to leave these ones with the rationals to the end. I've done that, okay? This is a problem now that I can do. All right? So what I got to do with 576, all right, I'm going to divide that by 2. 576 divided by 2 is 288, so 2 and 288. If I divide that by 2 again, it's 2 and 144, 2 and 72, 2 and 36, 2 and 18, 2 and 9. Now 9 is not divisible by 2, but it is by 3 and 3. So I cross off everything. It's got a branch. Okay? Now, since it's a cube root, groups of 3 numbers. Alright? So I circled 2 of those. So I got 2 times 2. I take 1 from each. So that's 4 on the outside. I've got 3 and 3 on the inside. So that is going to give me 9. Now, if I'm being a good test taker, this one's out and this one's out. I'm down to this choice. Now, what I do is I take your exponent and divide by the root. So I got 8 divided by 3. Now, when I type that into the calculator, all right, 8 divided by 3 is 2. Now, as you saw, I got a decimal. So I got to get a remainder. The way I do that, multiply, that would be 6. How many more to get to there? That's 2. So this is the outside, this is the inside. All right, so I got N2, N2. Now, if I'm being a good test taker, I know that's got to be my answer. What I would do on this last one is 27 divided by 3 is just going to be 9. So this is going to be the exponent outside. So that would be P9, which that P9, which that would confirm what my answer would be. Okay? All right? Okay, so that's good with that. All right? This one, okay? Now, they're giving me all kinds of stuff here. Now, something you can do to help you, okay? If you hit Shift and then this thing, it allows me to type in those numbers. okay, which I get an answer of 3. Okay, so just by doing that, I know that this is no good, this is no good, this is no good, and this is no good. All right, so I've got this is 3. Now, I'm going to take 17 and divide it by 6. I'm going to take 11 and divide it by 6. So I automatically know that this has to be one of my answers. I'm not going to divide by 17, so that's out. Okay, now, I'm going to do 17 divided by 6 because that's the root. Okay, 17 divided by 6 is the root. So that's going to be 2. All right, let's figure out the remainder. That's going to be 12 and 5. Okay, so I would have, this would be the outside, this would be the inside. All right, 11 divided by 6 is going to be 1. 1 times 6 is 6, 5 more there, so outside and inside. Okay, so for the P it's got to be 2 on the outside. For R it's going to be 1, okay? And so that's my other answer. This will not count, okay? All right, going on to 5, okay, cube root, okay? Now, anytime they ask you to factor, you want to go to menu and equal, all right? Now, I want to make sure my calculator is set in complex mode. So shift menu. All right, it's set already there. That's good. Polynomial, this would be degree 3. Okay, that would be 125, 0, 0, and then negative 343. Okay, so that's a solution. My first factor is going to be 5x minus 7. Okay, so I know that this one by itself is no good. Now, what I want to do, all right, I do 5x minus 7. That's going to be 125. I'll use x is fine. X cubed. Okay, I know that this has to be negative 343. Now, if you want to save yourself some time, okay, or help make sure you get this right, look at this. If I divide, all right, if I need to figure out 125 divided by 5 would be 25x squared. Okay, the other thing you could do is you could divide negative 343 divided by negative 7. And that's going to be positive 49. Now, if you're being a good test taker, you know that this now is out, and you know now that this is out. Okay, now what you do is you continue. 25 times negative 7 is negative 175x squared. And you know that since there is no x squared term, there's no squared term, these have to cancel each other out. So that's going to be positive. So that's 175 divided by 5, which is going to be positive 35. Okay? Now, another good rule of thumb, whatever sign is here, right here will be opposite. Okay, if you ever want to know, all right, and then the sign here is exact. It's a little pattern if you want to work off of that. So we've done 6 already, we've done 7 already, we're doing good. All right, we've done 8 already, we've done 9 already, we've done 10 already, we've done 11. Good. All right, we've done 12, we've done 13, okay, we're good. Okay, we've done 14, we've done 15, we're good. So you can see we're getting through this pretty quick. 16, this is one that's a little tricky. I'm going to come back to the very end with this. All right, 17. Now, what I want to do is label all this, okay? Now, since they talk about domain, all right, all I really care about are the x values, but I'm going to label this anyway. And that's negative 5, looks like negative 6. Got to label this point here, that's going to be 2, 3. Okay, this point here, all right, is negative 1, 2. This is negative 1, 1. This is negative 1, 0. Okay, and then now this one is 2, looks like negative 9. Okay, so what appears to be the domain? Remember, domain is x. So your smallest x and biggest x. Okay, so my smallest x is negative 5. My biggest x is 2. All right, now, since they're trying to trick you here with all these points, but since you got a filled in one there, you're fine. So the smallest to biggest that obviously would have to be that one. Okay? All right? I've got that done. 18 is done. 19 is done. 20, intervals. Okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to make a rough sketch of this. Okay? So I'm going to use my graph. All right? So I got 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. Draw. Okay, I'm going to zoom out, execute, so I can see the whole thing. Still can't really see it. Zoom out, execute. That's good now. All right, so my rough sketch is this. Okay, so if I label this, this would be negative, negative. This would be positive, positive. In order to get these, G solve max, okay, that's negative 127. Okay, I don't think I have any other maxes. Nope. G solve min, I got 2, 0. Okay, now when I'm doing increasing, decreasing, all I care about are these. Okay, and they want, all right, this I would trace, this would be increase, this would be decrease, this would be increase. So they want only increasing. So that's negative infinity to negative 1, that would be this one. And then it would be 2 to infinity, which would be this one. Okay? All right? All right, same thing here. I'm going to go in. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x. Okay, same shape. If you want to see it, let's go ahead and see it again up close. Maybe one zoom out now. Something you're going to have to be able to do. Fix your calculator. All right, that looks a little bit better. All right, so I got this shape. Very similar. All right, G solve max is negative 1,7. And I think that's the only max I got. G solve min